Hello, how are you doing? Welcome along to FTUK's weekly catch-up live stream. I hope everything is well with you wherever you are and whatever you have been trading. It has been feeling a little bit ragged in the market, but the opportunities are there if you've got a relatively good, well-trained eagle eye for looking for those decent trades. No non-farm payroll as yet. I mean, it's really so annoying, isn't it, with the government shutdown? But hopefully everything will be rectified soon. Everything will get back to normal. It definitely feels like the summer has gone. We're into that autumn season, so now is the time to be making the most of the opportunities, and there's been a lot gone on at FTUK and the opportunities are galore. As today, aside from talking about the weekly payout review, I want to talk about futures because you can now purchase futures accounts on our website. It's been a big journey to get there, but they are there, and I want to walk through the platform, show you some of the details in the platform that if you've never traded futures before, then you're gonna need to understand. And it's a little bit granular, but it's worth knowing, and it's not going to take long for you to get used to it. And it's been live for a couple of days. We're going to do a big launch next week with lots of emails and stuff. But what's really interesting is someone's passed an account already. It's amazing. Really, really good. And they did it in a day, trading the NASDAQ, the mini contracts on the NASDAQ. Someone's already done it. So yeah, those opportunities to make money out of futures, they are there and they are at FTUK. It's going to be really, really good. Also, as well, you can't have failed to notice as well, next week is going to be Halloween, and the whole world puts a lot of emphasis around Halloween these days. And so we're doing the same as well. We had a great campaign last year talking about scary stories, and we're going to do the same thing again, a full week of content for Halloween. So yeah, the opportunities are there, and some of the stuff is going to be really, really good as well. So let's first start by running over the payouts that we've had over the course of the last week. And it has been a good week. In fact, it's been a great month at FTUK for payouts throughout October. Tudor R, $3,409. It's a nice big sizes, aren't they, to take into the end of the week with you. Fabian D as well, 5,020. Congratulations to you. Jeremy H as well, 3,811. A total of 37,600 in payouts, and it's good to see. It's been a strong year for payouts at FTUK, and what's really nice to see is we've had so many consistent traders, people getting used to working with that consistency score. It's really shaping. This is one of the good things about the prop industry. It's really shaping the way that people are approaching their trading, and we've got a lot less of that kind of gambling mentality or just removing your stop loss and going at it, because the consistency score is really keeping people in check, and people are working with it effectively, so it must be a good thing. So well done to everyone that's had a payout in October. It's a good job. On the funded trader side, on the right hand side of your screen there, you can see Raman C, a $200,000 upgrade on an instant funding account, a 100k instant funding account. That is very nice to see. Congratulations to you as well, and this one is a good one as well. Andrew T, 400,000 scale up. I think that's a two-step program on level 3, which is absolutely outstanding. So well done to you. These are really, really good numbers, and that's a very, very difficult journey on that two-step as well to get all the way up to level 3. A total of 1,525,000 in funded traders over the course of the last week or so. So yeah, that's really good to have at FTUK. Now, if you do want to sort of get involved in that, the easiest thing to understand is how aggressive scaling is at FTUK. It really is, and it's one of the primary reasons why people choose to work with FTUK. If you go to the homepage of the website and just hit that scaling plan button, you'll see what I mean. This is why I'm really got a lot of respect for guys that really take those two steps seriously. If you look at the scaling program here, the account doubles each time you hit the equities target. And if you go to the two-step, if you just look at obviously you got to do the challenge, then you got to do the verification, level 1, level 2, and then level 3. I mean, this is where it starts to get really serious. So Andrew up there now as well, he's got that lovely 80% profit share as well. Level 3, 400,000. That is a great amount of firepower. And I don't know if you're listening, Andrew, but my input on what you should do from here would be, or in my opinion, is take it easy. Take it nice and easy, because you've got the luxury of having a big cushion underneath you. Don't blow it just because you get greedy or anything like that, because it's a lot of work gone in there from challenge to verification up to 1, 2, and 3 to get up to 400,000. So use You too as well can join in with any of these guys anytime you like. Just hit those buttons, just follow the website through. There's loads of research on the website now that everybody can understand exactly how things are built at FTUK. And yeah, join in. We've got some great deals and great offers on the website all the time. So yeah, it's good. Well done to everyone that's got a funded account at FTUK. Right, okay, right. You can't have, we've talked about futures an awful lot over the course of the last few months. Been through it in detail at various points along the way as the development process has gone on. But now futures is now active. The platform is beautiful. It's all sparkly, new and shining and ready for you to use. And the process on the website as well is all seamless and works beautifully well. So it's all ready for launch. Now, we've got the actual futures live on the website now, so you can purchase one. There have been some purchases. We've not done a big announcement yet. We're going to just save that and do a big launch in one go. But if you do want to get involved and you are looking at this over the course of the weekend, then yeah, this is it's there. I can't believe it. It's been an amazing achievement. I'm very pleased at the team that put all this together as well. And just for me personally as well, this is probably a career highlight for me, putting together a futures account, because I've done an awful lot of futures trading over the years. It's where my heart and my passion is, and futures markets are just by far and away the most amazing environment to work in as a trader. And we've got it now at FTUK. We've got full trading on prop accounts on CME data. It's just such an achievement. And there's, yeah, I am really, really pleased. I'm really excited and really happy. So we've got a one-step simulated challenge for you, which is on a subscription, and we've also got an instant sim funding model as well, which is obviously mirroring what we do on the Forex side. Someone's done it already, as I said before. We've got someone that's passed the one step already. Amazing. Did it in one day. NASDAQ mini futures. Absolutely outstanding. Really took his time as well. I think he started in the evening and then crossed over into the next day, but that's it. It's hit the target. Pays the activation fee, and that's it. You move forward from there. So what I thought we'd do is we'd have a good quick look at some of the detail on the platform, and also take you through the process on the website and how you actually purchase the accounts. You'll notice on the homepage of the website that everything is now set up. This button up here, this now works. It says new on it, futures. So you've got the choice between Forex and futures. So when you hit the futures button, it changes the homepage automatically and then shows you all of the information pertaining to the futures. If you scroll down, you'll see that you can still flip-flop the pricing table between Forex and futures, but then you've got all of the options down here for the different accounts if you want to purchase one. So we've got a choice of one-step sims and then also instant sim funding as well. The important distinction here that you really need to make sure that you understand is that for the one-step, that is a monthly fee. It's a monthly subscription. For the instant sim funding, which is obviously very, very similar to our instant funding on Forex, that is a one-time fee. So it depends how you want to work, but just make sure that you remember, if you do go down the route of a one-step, you are going to get charged that every single month as long as your account is active on the platform. But this is very similar to how a lot of prop firms are running futures accounts. So I'm going to go for a one-step sim here, and I'm going to click Get Funded Today. Click through, and you'll be taken to the checkout page where you can still make some different choices. You'll notice that we've only got the FTUK platform for futures. We will be bringing new platforms online in the new year. So, but just for the launch, we've just got this one, and it's a very, very good choice of platform. It's custom built for us, so it is superb in the way that it executes your trades. So you just hit continue. Obviously, you can set up your whether you want 100K or 150K, whatever it is you want, and then hit continue. And the checkout process is exactly the same as it is on the Forex. So you just fill in all the details here, your name, address, credit card details, and just remember that that is a monthly fee for that one-step simulated account. Click agree and stuff, place the order, and that's it. It will send you all the emails, set your password to log into the dashboard, and then that's it. You're away you go. If you click into the dashboard, most people will have seen the FTUK dashboard in before. You can see it here in front of you. I've got one already set up here. This is a test account here. And to log into the platform from here, all you'll need to do is click on the link that gets sent to you in your email. It'll have all your password on. Your login is going to be your email address, and you'll end up at the actual FTUK Futures login page here. I'm going to log in with a test account so we can have a good look at the trading, how the trading works. Just going to put the password in as well. So your email is always going to be your username, and then the password will obviously be set and sent to you separately. And there you can see it in front of you. The whole new platform with real-time prices. The chart's looking fantastic. Custom built for FTUK. It really is absolutely amazing. Workspace incredibly flexible. You can build this however you want. It probably looks a little bit complicated, but trust me, it is not. It is very straightforward. I'm going to show you some of the features, and there's quite a lot that we can talk about. Probably the hardest thing that most people are going to have is understanding the differences in the assets, because if you look in the watch list here on the left-hand side, you'll see all of these different products. They are things that you will be used to. It's just that they're called something slightly different. So the S&P 500 is ES in the futures world, and all of this has been decrypted for you on the FAQ page. So if you go to the FAQ page, you'll see under general information. Let's just bring that up. What assets can I trade on a futures program? Click that one. And you'll have a little board here which takes you through what the codes are and what that means. So it will not take you very, very long. You'll notice, like, for example, all the currencies, Australian dollar, the pound against the US dollar, they all start with a 6 in futures contracts. So it is a little bit different. But once you've done it 2 or 3 times and you know what you want to trade, obviously gold down here, it's going to be massively popular. That is GC. That is the code for gold. Yeah, it's all on there, and it will not take you long. And it's the same for the micros as well. So you've got a choice of minis, which are the larger of the two, and micros, which are obviously a 1/10 of the size. And depending on where you are in your equity, depends on how much access you get to the different numbers of contracts that you can trade. But you'll get used to that as we go. So let's go back to the platform itself. You can see here we've got the ES, which is the S&P 500. And what I'll do is I'll just show you. Let me just zoom in on the left-hand side of the website a bit. You can see here, you access the different tabs in the watch list by clicking on the little drop down arrow there. Go to public, and you can flip-flop between micros and then also minis there. So it is not complicated. You'll also notice as well that you've got these little red linking buttons here. So anything that I click in the watch list here will populate whatever other widgets I have open on the screen, which is super, super handy. So however you are going to set things up, you'll always be able to just click one thing and everything else will move around to suit you. So if I click on the NASDAQ, yeah, you can see it there. So it's changed the chart, and it's this linking mechanism here. So we've got it set up on red by default, but you can change that however you like. You can just hit the unlink button and away you go. Let's do a little bit of basic order execution so we can see how that works. Then I'm going to show you something a bit more advanced, which explains a very important concept that you're going to need to understand if you're going to get into trading futures. So if I was to enter into the market now, there's different ways I can do it. I can buy at market on the chart here. I can also buy at market. I can put a limit order on here by putting an order on the price here as well. And when I hit that button there, it creates a limit order in this window that moves up from the bottom of the screen. That's because I've got one-click trading turned off. So this is like my confirmation windows. If I hit confirm now, you'll see that it's brought this window. You'll notice as well that everything is commission free. That's for our launch. I can't guarantee it's going to stay commission free forever, but certainly for the guys that are coming in right at the start, you'll be able to trade commission free, which is super, super handy to have. So if I just hit create order now, There you go, you can see it. So you create a limit order and it's filled it straight away at market. I'm just going to go to a 5-minute time frame so we can see it in a bit more detail. And there it is on the chart. And then you can see if I pull up the positions window here at the bottom, you can see I'm long. My average fill price was 67.23 and a half, 0.50, and you can see the P&L moving up and down there. Want to close the position? Dead easy. It can either hit the X down here in the on the right hand side of the position, very similar to so many trading platforms that you'll have seen. Or alternatively, if I want to go to the actual chart itself, let's zoom in a bit. I can go to the actual order there, and if I click it, it should give me some functionality up here. Click close. I've got to confirm that, and there we go. It's all done. If you don't want that confirmation order window, all you need to do is click the one-click trading, and we just click enable that, and so it should remove that ability to have to go through several steps to get the order in the market. Now, I want to show you something that's really important to understand, and it's how we control our trading from the point of view of stop losses and take profits, because in futures trading, it's a bit more, it's a lot more professional. So it sees every execution you're doing as a separate order. So where a lot of trading platforms, you'll buy into the market and tell it, hey, this is where I want my stop, this is where I want my take profit. The platform is doing a lot of the work for you. In futures, it's very, very different. It sees every order in isolation. And that means that you have to be responsible for your stop and your take profit target. Now, the primary way, so what I'm trying to say is that if you do enter into the market, let's just buy at market there, you'll see that I can't enter a stop loss on there. It doesn't exist because it sees a stop loss as a completely separate order, a separate transaction to execute in the market. So the way that we control that professionally, let me just get rid of this. The way that we control that is by using the ladder. So if you go up to account, if you go to market, and there you go, you see DOM ladder, that stands for depth of the market ladder. If you click that, now you can see there's nothing in here at the moment. That's because I've not got this one linked. But what I could do is link it with the red button here. And there you go, it's brought up the S&P 500. So whatever market I now click, my chart changes, my depth of market ladder changes to the pound there, you can see. And so everything just works so seamlessly. You've got this ladder here on the right-hand side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just shuffle this in. I'm going to zoom in as well on the right-hand side so we can see this nice and clear. Now, this is so important to understand. And I'll show you a little experiment which will illustrate what I mean. So we've got to set up an order template, and we're going to use the ladder to do this execution. So I'm going to want to enter into the market at whatever price that we've got, but I want to then also add my risk management, my control orders as well. I want to add a stop loss in there as well, which will be a separate order. And I want to also add a take profit in as well. And that's going to be a separate order, but I want it all tied together. And this is how this is going to work in this platform. If you go to order template, you will see there's different options up here. There's OSO and OCO. OCO is one cancels other, so I put an order in the market and then two orders at the same time, and if one gets tagged, then it does something else to the other order. But there's another one, and that is OSO, which is one sends the other, and that's if you're wanting to hold your stop losses and your take profits back from the exchange. Now obviously this is all virtual, just using the exchange pricing, so we don't need to worry too much about that. But the point is that you've got different options on setting these up. So you potentially want multiple, you want to put a position in, and you want to have multiple stop losses and multiple take profits. You could do that up to 3 instances with an OSO plus 3 OCO order down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an OSO plus 1 OCO, and that is going to give us what we essentially need to get a stop loss and take profit target working. Now, just clicked it there, and you can see it's kind of brought up this handy guide up here, which is going to allow us to determine what those distances are. So I'm going to be buying or selling at market on this for this example. So if we wanted to put in a balanced risk reward ratio on this particular trading instrument, which is the S&P 500, it's 4 ticks per point. So if I wanted to risk 1 full point, that would be a reading of 1. So you can see here it says a stop loss. So say, for example, I wanted a risk reward ratio of 2 to 1. So I'm going to go with a stop loss distance of 2 full points away from my entry price. So on my take profit side, I'm going to want to set that to 4. Up there like that, and that's giving me a 2 to 1 risk reward ratio. Yeah, now this is a very small amount of distance in the market, but all we're really doing is illustrating a very key point. Now this is going to give me what I would traditionally want in a forex trading platform. When I hit the market, buy the market, you can see here as I'm hovering my mouse over on the right hand side, it's giving me that structure of those orders down here on the right hand side. So if I hit buy, it wants to create the orders. You can see up there as well, which is great. This is a market order, and you can see there it's going to, if I buy into the market, it's going to sell on the stop loss side, and it's going to sell on the take profit side as well at whatever price that we get in at market. So hit those orders, and that's it. You can see now, let me just go back to the full website screen. You can see that if I look on the ladder, I've got my orders there. On the chart, you can see as well that I've also got my positions in the market. Hopefully, it's going to stay alive long enough for us to illustrate the point. And then if I go down here into my position window, you can see I've only got one position. And that is because I'm holding these other orders at these levels back. So if I go to account and I go to orders, there you go. Waiting. Can you see that there? So up here you can see that they are orders that are waiting on the ladder, waiting to be sent through to it would be the exchange, and that's when they will be executed. So here's the thing, right? If I want to now manipulate my stop loss, so you can see here on my chart that my stop loss is actually, maybe I should put it under the current low to be a little bit safer. So what I can do, I can manipulate that. And remember, this order is not live in the market. I can just hit it and then move it manually like that. And then it will automatically adjust that for me. But you can see there's nothing reflected in the actual position down here because we've only got one execution in the market. Same with the take profit as well. If I want to do that, maybe I want to tighten that a little bit. I can let go, and then it will obviously then replace that order as well. But here's the key thing. If I now take my position, let me just, because I don't want these to cancel, I'm just going to move this way out of the way so that we've got room to illustrate this point. And this is what I was saying right at the beginning. Okay, so say for example, I say, okay, well, I'm not going to keep this trade now. I'm going to close this position that I've got live in the market. So I get rid of it. I confirm that. It's gone. Now, there you go. And that's it. I think I've cancelled my trade, but I've not. And this is the key difference that you've got to understand if you're going to be trading futures. Those orders are still prepped. It's like my stop loss and take profit are not attached to my position if I then manually intervene. If I hadn't have just done what I've done, then they would automatically do what I need to do. Now, a lot of other platforms, basic platforms, will always cancel that structure for you. You won't get that in futures trading. So you have to be responsible for what's going on here. If you don't, what's going to happen now is you'll find that the market will move down, and although that was your stop loss, what it'll do is it'll fill you again at market in the short direction, and it can really play havoc with your head when you don't understand what's going on. So if nothing else, the two hardest things to get your head around are the naming conventions of the futures contracts, and then also the way that this structuring of your orders needs to be. It's just a question of practice, and you will get used to it. And then once you've done it a few times, or you've maybe made one or two mistakes, trust me, you will learn very, very quickly. So if you are going to cancel a position where you have correctly put in a stop and also a take profit, don't forget to cancel all of your other orders as well at the same time. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in trouble. Other than that, it's an amazing platform. You get access to the full range of indicators. There's all sorts of stuff you can do with the drawing and stuff like that. You can set your workspace up however you like. And it's a very, very clean, robust bit of technology, and I am sure that everybody will thoroughly enjoy using it. So there you go. Now is the time to be involved in the futures market. It's going to be good, no question about that. I'm super excited to see what people can do with some of those trading accounts, and probably those payouts will be going up a lot, which is good to see, and that's what it's all about, making some money. Okay, now next week is going to be Halloween, and we've got a full week. Well, we're going to do our Halloween stuff over the entire week, because last year we did this amazing collection of stories where we got people to write in with their horror stories, their trading horror stories, and you're going to have them. Anyone that's done any trading whatsoever will always be able to come up with a nightmare story of what happened on the market, or what happened with their account, or a mistake that they made, and they just, they made a mess of things. It's always really good to see. And actually, it's quite educational to get some of these things through. This was massively popular last year. There were an awful lot of people that entered this. So we thought we'd do it again. It's running out the course of the entire week. So we're going to launch it today. If you look in the description section of the live stream on YouTube, you'll see the link. There's a link there. You click on the link and you can fill in the form and type up your story. It doesn't have to be too long. We're not looking for an essay here. But we are looking to understand specifically what the most difficult things that you found in trading that you really made a mess of, what those are, and the best 3 will win an account next Friday in the live stream. We will announce them, and we'll also read those stories out. So hopefully there'll be a little bit of educational value in there. Now we've got 3 prizes up for grabs, and you can choose. This is a fantastic thing about this this prize giveaway. You get a choice of a 5K instant funding account or a 10K's 2-step. So depending on how you want to work as a trader, if you want an instant payout on an instant account, you can get that, or alternatively, you can get an evaluation, a cool $10,000 2-step evaluation. Worth entering. Everyone's got a story, so we're looking to get a lot of guys involved in this, and the team will be reading through the stories, and we'll announce them next week in the live stream. So yeah, click on the link in the description section below, and that will take you to the form. It's free to enter; it doesn't do anything, it costs anything. But you could win an account for yourself, and also help the whole community out by sharing some of your nightmare stories, and we promise we won't laugh. I can assure you that. I could tell you some of my stories for sure. So yeah, it's a great giveaway. Right, okay, that's pretty much everything that we've got for today, except don't forget that we always have a great weekend offer, and this weekend is going to be no exception. 30% off all of the accounts on the website over the course of this weekend. So if you are looking to get involved before next week, now's the time to purchase the account. 30% off instants and 30% off challenges as well. And you get the add-ons thrown in there as well. So it's a really super offer this week. You get level 7 added in at the end of your scaling program for free. This is usually upsold for people that are buying an account, but it's added in completely free of charge. That's both on challenges and instants. And as well, you get on the instants, you get an extra 20% on top of your payout as well. So the payout booster is back on level 1, which is good to see. And news trading, we've added news trading in very, very deliberately this week as well, because we don't know when non-farm payroll is going to be. So we want to give everybody the opportunity to be able to get across the non-farm payroll, just in case it happens to be sometime next week, because you never know. You really never know. So Boost 30 is the code that you are going to need at the checkout. Brilliant. That's everything we've got for today. So yeah, Futures is now live. Please do purchase your account. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next Friday.